all of us are here for each other. Somebody's out, somebody's kid is sick. One of us is jumping in. Yeah, I spent a week in the hospital last year and everybody jumped in, and I came back and didn't miss a beat. Didn't have to worry about playing catch up. Didn't have to worry about anything. Whenever that can happen, nobody complains. All of us have workloads and nobody complains about stepping up for each other or anything like that.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Today, we have a very special guest, Zach Moore, and I'll let him do the introduction. Good morning, Zach, and thanks for coming on.
Morning again, thanks. Yeah, I'm Zach Moore, one of the security architects here at Patriot. Been at Patriot for almost 3 years now. Yeah, I've been probably the best 3 years of my professional life. I get to work with great people. Everybody on the team is phenomenal. Joe cares about everybody, right? So it's not, this isn't like your kind of typical revenue driven company. He puts us first. Whenever I'm done for the day, when I'm my last call for the day, I don't have to worry about getting a call at 10 o'clock at night like previous jobs, or whenever I spend time with my family, I can spend time with my family and not have to worry about that, getting interrupted. And that's a huge deal to me. And I get to do things that I like to do, right? Like we have our incident response service, which is probably, my favorite thing to do. It's always definitely unfortunate whenever, a customer has a breach, but it's my favorite thing to do is to go in and figure out how it happened and provide that client with steps on how to prevent it from happening again. When people get breached, people get hacked, people lose jobs. We have the opportunity to come in and help out and prevent that from happening again. That's probably the most rewarding part of the stuff that we do is being able to help people out that have been hacked. They're everywhere. They're a mess, as you can probably imagine when something like that happens. But it's a pretty cool thing to go in and kind of be that person that tells them it's going to be all right, we'll figure it out, and help them prevent it from happening again.
Can you speak more about what it's like working for Patriot, since you guys are fully remote and you guys have team members all over the country? What does that dynamic look like?
What I learned whenever when I was being onboarded and started getting to know the team is you really don't miss a beat. I've got teammates that if I'm in between client sessions, I look to see if they have anything going on, and we'll just call and talk about the weekend or the day, or even something that one of us is working on for a client, and kind of do some knowledge transfer stuff. I'm always interacting and communicating with my teammates. And then we have Patriot happy hours, where we all get together, play, I think last time we played Family Feud. Crystal, our organizer, does a great job of getting that stuff together. We also do our annual get together. So we get to be in person and hang out. It's amazing what Joe's created, where it is just, anytime anybody needs something, all of us are here for each other. Somebody's out, somebody's kid is sick, somebody else is sick, one of us is jumping in. Yeah, I spent a week in the hospital last year and everybody jumped in, and I came back and didn't miss a beat. Didn't have to worry about playing catch up. Didn't have to worry about anything. Whenever that can happen, nobody complains. All of us have workloads and nobody complains about stepping up for each other or anything like that. So, and I know it's cliche and everybody overuses this, but it is kind of like a family environment here, where we're all looking out for each other. Everybody wants to step up and help whenever the other one's in need. It doesn't get a whole lot better than that.
Do you remember a moment that was particularly a standout for you in those 3 years?
So I'm in Nashville, and it's like, Middle Tennessee is just giant dust bowl, and everything is supposed to pass over, but it just hangs like over top Middle Tennessee, right? So what had happened is I was out at our hunting property cutting some brush, and like a bunch of ragweed and stuff was out there, and apparently it started messing with me. I couldn't breathe. My oxygen was really down. And then, like they got me going again. But I was there for like a week, them trying to get all my stuff regulated. But throughout that entire week, Joe was calling me every day on my cell phone. He's, checking on me, and not just Joe, everybody. My projects, like 2 guys stepped up. My projects were taken care of. We're not having to reschedule or cancel those meetings. I got folks stepping up and taking those meetings for me. Coming back, I didn't have a boatload of work. You'd think after missing a week of work, there'd be a ton to do, but thanks to our team and Joe, it was just my normal workload when I got back. So for me, coming from other places where I've had things happen, I've had family tragedies and things like that, and you come back and it's just a pile of work, right? It's everything that you had left whenever you went to go handle your business, it's still there. Whereas here, you don't have to worry about it, because like you can focus, if you have something wrong, you can focus on yourself, or you can focus on your family, or whatever's happening in your life. You can do that. The overall culture of Patriot and the way that you're treated, it makes you want to get up and go to work. It's not a daunting feeling on Sunday whenever Monday rolls around. If we're all happy, right? If, us as employees for Patriot are happy, we're treated well, we're cared about, how can you not, how can that not bleed over into your projects?
In the last 3 years, I'm sure you've worked with a lot of clients. Is there a memory that you can recall that was really memorable for you with a particular client?
Face value, it's somebody got breached. Somebody's like they're in trouble. There's a lot of emotional stuff that happens because, like I said earlier, people get fired. People lose jobs. There's a risk to their livelihood. That takes food off their table whenever this kind of thing happens. There was one time I got called in. It was an actual like live scenario where this company had been hit with ransomware, and it was just chaos, right? Like it was just screaming, and like I heard 2 or 3 people crying in the background, and like it was just insane. Being able to step in there and do that and just, kind of calmly talk through what we're looking at, and then be able to give direction on, hey, this is, we need to get a hold of cyber insurance, or, we need to get a hold of this person, or like, hey, like, I know this is bad, but we need to do X, Y, and Z in order to, not make it worse. That was a pretty big, that was like a super eye-opening experience for me. And then, we've had multiple clients that just like the genuine appreciation when you get done helping them is, that's a huge thing. Being in the Marine Corps, we help people, or, we're doing this or doing that. And you kind of miss that, right? Like you kind of miss like after the day is done, feeling like you did something for somebody. And I don't have to, I'm not missing that feeling here because we're helping people every day.